It's our last vlog.
The last episode of our vlog series.
Right now we're in the taxi on the way to the airport and I'm flying out.
So sad.
Yeah, I know, it's terrible. Dying over here. So, yeah, so we're flying out of Jakarta. It's 4 in the morning. We kind of went to bed last night, but not really.
We slept for only 3 hours or so.
And so tonight we went to Asian style karaoke, which I wasn't really used to.
Yeah.
What was the name of that place?
Happy Puppy.
Yeah, Happy Puppy was super, super cool. I took a couple pictures of it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the individual studio style karaoke, and I really liked it.
Well, before we go to Happy Puppy karaoke bar, we went to this ATV ride.
Oh yeah, so we're back in Indonesia now, but we skipped some things we did in
the last time
Thailand.
A vlog, we were talking about what was we talking about?
Well, we were laying in the hammock in Thailand, and the lady came up and told us we had to leave.
Yeah.
And so we interrupted our vlog, and so.
So yeah, after that day, the next day, we went to this ATV ride and zip lining.
So the zip lining, it was
kind of physically demanding, but it was fun, but not really that physically demanding. It was fun.
It had a few physically demanding elements, but yeah, it was fun, and it was different than American zip lining because they had these different. Well, there was that, but they had these different challenges. So like that block thing you had to stand on. Oh yeah, and we had to ride this bike that was sort of like a monkey bike.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you could cross the water on the bike.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool.
Too bad we didn't get any pictures.
Yeah, I guess I could have taken my camera up there, but we were in those harnesses, and I don't know, I just kind of felt like everything was getting crushed and weird, and I wasn't sure I was going to be able to use the camera, but I think in retrospect I could have.
Well, it was our active day, so we don't really bring our phone with us because the activity we were doing was kind of it requires many physical movement or something that therefore we cannot really hold anything other than the ATV or the rope or whatever it is.
Yeah, and so the guide for the zip lining, he wasn't really paying too close attention to us. So that was something I noticed compared to doing this in the United States. Doing this in the United States, the guy would be staring at you and making sure you clipped your things on right. And, this guy wasn't really paying attention to us.
Nope. You're good to go.
At one point I was like, where's the guide?
Yeah. He's always one thing ahead of us. And he didn't really show us, but I think that's just language barrier. Because he doesn't know how to explain anything, so he just show and then go. But the thing is, he is always behind. So he never really see the guy demonstrate anything. So I have to show him, so he doesn't die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I came so close to dying.
Asia is so dangerous.
So the other thing we did was we went to the ATV, and the ATV, the four-wheelers, they went through farms. So they were coconut farms and pineapple farms, and so it was kind of around in the terrain around the farms. And I kind of thought that was cool because I felt like we weren't destroying the natural habitat, with the ATVs, because we're really just using the paths in a farm.
Yeah.
So I felt a little better about that.
Yeah. That day we were so active. I feel like I man up like 200%. My manliness went through the roof that day.
Yeah, my thighs are really sore.
Yeah, it was strangely. The ATV ride requires muscle strength, but it was fun nonetheless.
It was. What did we do for dinner that night? Let's see. We were done with the ATV. I don't think that was another McDonald's night. I don't remember.
No.
It's forgotten forever. Sorry, people. The legacy is gone. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, it's just dinner, so.
Oh, I know what we did. We went to that restaurant down near where the cabaret was, and that was pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
That was actually pretty cool because they had a band, and he was playing like old American rock and roll standards, and
Yeah.
and that was pretty nice. I like that.
He was familiar with the song. I am not. So. It's nice for a change.
Let's see. So the next day, we had a kind of we didn't have to get started real quick, and we got to go to this combination Cobra show and
Monkey show. The Cobra show was awesome.
Yeah. So we had this guide, and there was a zoo aspect to this I wasn't expecting. So when we got there, first of all of these activities we're talking about today essentially ended up being private because nobody else was doing them.
Yeah.
Which I really liked, so we didn't have to worry about the zombie invasion of tourists for any of these activities. It was just us, and that was really fun.
It was fun. It was nice to be the only person on the spot.
And the snake show was the same. So they were really late showing up. We were concerned that first of all, we were thinking we were going to miss this show, and the reality was we were the only people who were going to be at the show.
Yeah.
So
because the guy was late for 13 minutes, I think, to pick us up, and we thought we missed the show, but it turns out no. So it was good news.
Yeah. So we get there, and the guy showed us around. He had all these different snakes in cages, king cobras and regular cobras, and they really liked to tease the snakes and make them hiss and scare us, so that was great.
It was intense. It was really cool. But the monkey show, on the other hand, I don't really like monkeys, so I think this show is boring because it's just about monkey climbing up trees, and then they spin this coconut to make them fall down, which I think was, that was interesting. No, that wasn't interesting at all.
So I liked the monkeys more than you did, which was okay.
Yeah.
But we got some pictures of the monkeys, and one thing we also learned is they train the monkeys. So the whole time I'm watching this show, I'm thinking, these skills transfer, don't they? And so I ended up asking the guy whether they use these monkeys to harvest coconuts, and they do. So they train these monkeys, and they have a whole slave army of monkeys that harvest the coconuts.
Monkey slave.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about monkey slaves. It's very Planet of the Apes, and so I don't know how I feel about that. You know what we forgot to mention is our retarded driver trying to take us to the ATV.
She just don't know where it is. I don't know. I tolerate her. I'm good.
Well, we had to tolerate her. We were in her car, but
Yeah. He was not happy about the girl, about the driver. The driver couldn't find where the ATV ride is. Yeah, the driver couldn't find where the ATV ride is.
so it's back and forth, up
Yeah,
and down the same
moving-
jungle road. Back
Yeah,
and
moving
forth,
back and forth for
back and
like
forth.
20 minutes, I think.
About 4 times over 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, and then we can see she's stressed out because we're in the car, we're guests, and she has been moving back and forth for 20 minutes trying to find where it is.
So what ended up happening was a guy from the ATV place came out on a motorcycle and guided us in and saved our lives.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for the driver.
I kind of feel bad for us, but whatever.
Yeah, okay. So the next day oh no, it's the same day. The same day we fly back to Indonesia.
That's right. And we checked into this beautiful hotel called the Grand Malia.
Yeah, Grand Indonesia.
And it's kind of an overwhelmingly gorgeous hotel.
Yeah, it was big, nice, glamorous hotel. And that was the next day on Friday was my first day at work. So he walked me to my building. So we walked together.
Wasn't that adorable?
Yeah, that was adorable.
I got a photograph of him on his first day at his new job.
Yeah, it's really nice that he's with me on my first day of work, so I can tell him like the full story of what happened. I think my first day went good. Just I don't have any friends yet, but it's only day one, and the work was overwhelming. But I think I can tackle this, no problem.
And so while he was at work, I went back to the hotel and I passed out until noon. And then the staff kept waking me up for things like lost passports and filling the minibar and cleaning. And I was just like, okay, I guess I have to get up. So I got up and I decided I'm going to walk to a mall. So I Google and I find a mall and I tell Rian I'm going to walk to the mall. And he's like,
No. Nuh-uh.
So he grandma'd out on me, and I decided, okay, I will take a taxi to the mall. But I ended up taking the hotel black. These
Silverbird.
Yeah, they're called a Silverbird.
Yeah, they're called the Silverbird.
But they're black.
Yeah, they're black limo.
Yeah, it was very classy. So I took that. I went to the mall, and the mall was giant, and I had this mall day. I bought some Playboy underwear, and I saw, I don't know, sort of terrible
I
but
love
good
the
movie.
Playboy underwear.
They are kind of cute.
Yeah.
So
Movie.
yeah, so I saw this sort of terrible, sort of good movie called London Has Fallen, and I'm watching this movie about terrorists, and I'm in a mostly Muslim country, and I felt quite uncomfortable watching this movie where Americans are basically just being asshole cowboys, and I don't know, whatever. I thought the whole experience was very surreal and strange.
Okay, and then later that night we went to karaoke bar for the first time for him. It's called Happy Puppy. And how do you like?
I liked it a lot, except I really need to pick out music in advance, and I'm such a terrible singer, I feel like I need to practice in advance, but I did enjoy your musical selections. They didn't have any of the dumb music I like,
Yeah, that's too bad, but you don't have to practice, you just sing. I mean, there's reason why we are not singers. We suck. Our voices suck. But
He's actually a little better than he lets on. I definitely suck. He's pretty good. And when he sings, he barely has any accent, which I just find scientifically interesting.
yeah, that is serious.
So I think that's all our activities, and now I'm flying to the airport.
Yeah. Matt's flight is at 6:45, so we have to be there at 5. But I'm expecting us to get there at 5:15, which is still okay, I guess.
And then I'm on the plane for 26 hours, and then back to Columbus, Ohio.
Yay, finally home.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be up. So I guess that's it. That's it for my vacation. Okay, bye.
Bye.